I miss Johnny, like, giving me the evils. That's
Yeah,
it.
when he's just like, everyone glare.
Hello, wonderful you LARP watchers, and welcome to the super happy, mega, marvelously Monday stream. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope everyone's Monday was as Mondelicious as my Monday was.
Is that like bootylicious?
Today
Monday-licious.
was peak Monday. It was all of the Monday.
I had a nap. It was great.
I hate you so much.
I'm glad someone had that.
I did discover someone I work with plays Dungeons and Dragons and went to Empire.
Dungeons and or Dragons, I think we're calling it these days.
Dungeons and or Dragons. Yeah. If you want to have dragons, you can. If you want to have dungeons, you can. If you want to have dragons.
You must have at least one of these.
Have we had a single dungeon or dragon so far?
We've had no dragons. We've had
Murder
House
Dungeon.
dungeon.
Cool.
What is Death House if not a dungeon?
Yeah.
Dungeon. You went underneath it.
Yeah, we've gone under a few things.
Stuff
And then we
going
noped
on.
down the other dungeon.
Yeah, where's the dragon?
Which dungeon did you nope out of?
The one in Lady Watcher's house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The one where you open the door and
Oh no!
evil basement, shut the door.
Twist the
Chandelier.
torch.
You just
No.
you just casually dropped that into conversation last session in character. Oh, Lady Watcher, evil basement. Moving on.
Anyway, that wasn't usually you and me, wasn't it? It was like, shall we? No.
Let's not do that.
What was it? We were all on we had hardly any hit points and spells left as well.
You know, if the decision had been mine, we would have gone down there.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys, and Hessia was at peak hags hunting her at that point.
Oh, I was on
Remember,
level 3 exhaustion.
You tried to put her in a bath of holy water. That was the plan.
She had gills. It would have been fine.
Listen, it was a good plan in theory.
Look, we're very inventive with our problem solving. It just might not always work.
She slept in soggy bedding so often.
Just cover me in holy water.
Soggy holy bedding.
Well. Right, anyway. Update. We are still awaiting, unfortunately, our artist to get back with the front cover to the one shot. So we can't really do anything until we've got that, but then we can get the one shot moving. We'll speak to Critic and get them to advertise and hopefully come up with some sweet loot, which would be nice, which we can give away. I hope everyone's made their level 2 characters.
Not yet.
It won't take long.
Matt won't be able to play.
No.
Because he helped write it.
Because he helped write it. He'll just be like, let's go here, do this, and this, and this, and we've won the game. Hey. I've maximised my roleplay potential. Other news. Thank you as always to Critic for our lovely dice. If we get some fun comments in chat, we might give some away.
We got so many.
As we have so many, we'll see who joins us and who doesn't join us. Because again, as always, I've not advertised it anywhere because
we now have a social media person, that's why.
As of 5 minutes later.
Congratulations to Hessia for volunteering to be the social media person.
Not carrying that burden.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, volunteered, definitely not encouraged.
Brilliant.
Entirely
Right.
off your back.
Any other? No. I don't think there is really. Oh, more importantly, if anyone looks in the bottom right-hand corner, they will notice the stats look almost correct.
Almost.
There's one which is going to be wrong in about 4 seconds. But the rest are all good. We've got a bit of an issue that because I'm cheap, I only have the basic D&D Beyond account. Unless anyone wants to put some money into buying the professional D&D Beyond account. So I can only have 5 characters. So we might need to make a new one and pay the monthly fee. But I think it's quite a lot of money. It's a bit rubbishy.
How much is it?
Yeah.
All of the money, I don't know.
All of them.
All the money.
At least some.
Yeah, but I want to spend all of our subscription money on art rather than D&D Beyond, who I'm pretty sure make enough money as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's begin. I'll do a quick recap from last time. Killing what had been hunting you for what seemed like weeks. Hunting you in the night as you slept. Every single time you closed your eyes, you could see their face, smell them, their oily skin, their lanky hair, the nightmares you had. And as you killed one in the spirit realm and 2 in Barovia itself, you noticed that 2 of them had bags, small sacks made of some kind of horrific dark leather, stitched together, clearly magical. As you opened one of them, Hessia, and out sprang this scream. And then there was someone there with you. All kinds of naked.
Every kind.
Just the main kind.
Naked ambition?
All
Naked.
yeah.
Just the main kind of naked.
All of the naked.
Which is the second time he's got me to play something naked in his game. Starting to wonder. Sorry, carry on.
Please continue.
As you made friends with Elyan, I said it right, haven't I? Or he rather made friends with you. Deciding while you had Sun on your half to get out of Dodge as fast as possible. Red turning into a warhorse and carrying the body of Jakul. Elyan trying to make it so Constance could push through the endurance test, which was the power walk back to Valaki.
The unconscious body of Jakul.
Yeah, the unconscious
dead body of Jakul.
Yeah, don't worry.
As you push through the day, their walk became too much for Constance as she was getting more and more exhausted. So Red took the burden and carried her as well. Making your way back, sneaking in using some illusions of a cart and the guards not being the sharpest tools, you made your way into Valaki, to the Blue Water Inn, to Irwin, to safety. Going in by the back entrance, he was there cooking some food. He was glad to see you, but you could see he was still weak and wounded from the fight in Yesterhill. Healing, yes, but would he ever truly heal, you're not sure. As his wife came through, anyone want to drop that name on me?
Danica?
Perfect. Explaining her immediate annoyance with your new companion in arms, turning into this were-raven in front of you and launching an assault against him. You clearly see him using mind-altering magic. They would have noticed.
Yeah, ish. I mean, but in a friendly way.
Let's be friends! Oh, she's not attacking them anymore. Okay. As she then backed away. Although none of you were really sure why she seemed to hate him so much. You didn't see Gabriel come in with you as he went a different way. He turned into a raven and first of all went to the camp, and that was the last you saw of him. As you hear a call for arms, a shout that all-bodied, abled fighters need to go to the west gate. They would hold at the church. They shall give no ground to the enemy. They shall fight for Valaki. All will be well. You recognise the voice of Isaac, but you didn't see him.
Isaac, who is?
As people were led out from the main tap room, did you go upstairs, or was that where we left it with you in?
We went up to the room.
We went up right up to the room, but
we've left.
Constance has been sat down.
Yeah.
Jakul is
Still in the stables.
Jakul in the stables as you wear his boots.
temporarily.
That's so nice.
I said thank you. He didn't say anything in return, which was rude.
And it was me who did that, so if anybody's
can
going
blame
to do
you.
it, yeah, he's going to blame me.
It was legitimately not my fault.
Sorry.
It's very true, actually.
Yeah.
Weird.
Rare.
I didn't need them. Like,
He was on the horse.
he was being carried by me, or the horse. So
At various points.
no point did he need his feet.
Boots.
Boots.
At no
And
point have his feet touch the floor.
So, you are in the long, thin room that you have stayed in before in the Blue Water Inn. Your belly is full of Erwin's cooking, but he did leave in somewhat of a hurry, putting on his armour. So again, Erwin's right side heavily scarred, right arm heavily scarred. You gave him your shield, which he thanked you for, and told you he would see you at daybreak. Rest, for you had earned it. In fact, he said farewell and joined the able-bodied fighters outside. As you went to the upstairs room and sit on the familiar beds, bellies full with well-cooked food, probably for the first time in a while, isn't it?
Probably since we left the Wizards of Wine.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
they
think we've
cooked for us,
we've just been living on
Rations.
the rations and good berries.
Right. What do you do?
Constance needs to sleep.
Mm.
Go to bed.
Would you mind if I took one of the beds in this room rather than somewhere else?
How many beds are there in here?
There's 4.
Yeah, then.
Because it feels like I'm slightly less likely to die in my sleep if I spend the night in a room with other people.
Yeah, I've got no objection.
No.
Anybody else?
Lovely, thank you very much. I will go and dig stuff out of the attic before I go to bed, though, just so I've got something to wear in the morning.
Yeah.
So he'll vanish off and come back with just
Is
like...
everyone just staying in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sneak away. How are you getting up to the attic? There's...
The way that it's least likely to encounter Danica.
Okay, the children's bedroom. You've got either the children's bedroom or her bedroom. You would hear she is still in the child's bedroom. She is in the boys' bedroom.
Right, I'm going to make a run for it through her bedroom then.
The door's locked. Currently.
Red's going to stick her head out of the room.
You try the handle and...
What are you doing?
I have some stuff up in the attic that I want to get so I have actual, stuff.
And you need to get into the room?
To get into the attic. Yes.
Red's going to go back into the room and grab Hessia just grab her by like the sleeve and just go, okay, follow you. Your sort of help is needed. Not fire.
Oh. What?
Lock.
Help?
Lock.
Oh, lock. Yep. Which one?
That
Yep. Try.
Yeah, give me a
If we
proficiency
get caught,
check.
we're blaming you.
one.
So it's a straight proficiency roll.
Yep. 9.
You fumble at it for a while. The key is in the... No, it wouldn't be in the door. It wouldn't be in the door, sorry. It's...
If I can't pick a lock when the key's in the door,
No.
I'm having a bad day.
Won't be needing that.
I meant like the other side. It's a hard pick.
I don't need no
It's not the most complicated of locks, but it's old, and your picks are thin and delicate. This is like a chunky key. Some time passes. You can hear muffled voices coming from the other room still as she's talking to the boys.
Give it another
Yep.
go.
That's time.
16.
Let's bring it closer.
You spend some time.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You enter quite a nice, well laid out bedroom. A double bed in the middle of the room, a dresser to the side. It's painted nicely in here with brightish colours. On the wall, there are some motifs of birds and ravens. A few feathers here and there. Not just like random, but in...
I will not look at the pictures on the wall, and I will clamber up to get up.
Yeah,
into the
you
attic.
find the latch. It's where you remember it as it drops down. You find yourself in this very thin, long, maybe 10 feet across, but the length of the inn, or the width of the inn, sorry, long.
This used to be
Raven
so much
roost.
easier.
It would seem that the majority, if not all of the ravens, are currently in the roost.
Oh, good.
It's very busy in here. And a lot of them look towards you.
Hi, everybody. Just coming in to get that box over there.
Yeah, there's various small, hidden away nooks and crannies. You know of some of them, but you're sure there's more in here. As you
Okay,
shift a couple of tiles on the side, and where you left it is one of your emergency equipment stashes.
yeah, I'll just grab the box and go and hope not to run into her on my way back down.
Are we still
Let's-
outside the room?
Let's roll. What shall we say? 1 in 4 chance.
Okay.
Can we not run interference downstairs?
Yeah, interfere.
Yeah. You can hear the muffled voices. Now, boys, sleep well. Your father will be back in the morning. Rest. Your time to prove yourselves will come. Sleep now. Both of them complain one last time. Sleep now. You hear a little voice on the... Good night, Auntie Danica. And then, good night, Mother. Yes, good night, Mother. Good. As she makes her way out.
I move to that.
Remember, no matter what happens, do not leave this room. She starts making her way out, as you can hear climbing down noises from the other room, but she starts to make her way out.
I move.
Give me a anything you've got to be able to sense her motives or emotion, what's going through her.
Insight?
Yeah?
Survival? No, not survival.
The insight's the closest, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm terrible at this.
Good luck. 18.
You are terrible at this.
2.
18.
18.
The one that doesn't spend any time with humanity has a better sense of people.
Body language, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Comes under wisdom.
As
Don't
she
have
says
any
it-
of that.
remember, I love you all. And as she turns and closes the door, you see this big, natural smile across her face, and as she turns, it just drops immediately. And as she does, just a breathe in as she closes the door. And then it comes back very, very quickly. As you're looking the other way towards, and you kind of turn back to see her.
Red's gonna like slightly pull the door shut so it's not obviously open.
Red, is there something I can get for you?
No.
We could do.
So at the moment, the tap room is sort of below you.
Such a bad liar.
The tap room is kind of like below you. Your rooms are the other side of this kind of big open space. So you kind of walk around this top balcony area. Her bedroom is sort of next to this room.
We could do with some water. To
Yes. Wash.
You know where it is, Hessia.
Can I hear him inside the room? Do I have to be able to see people to do telepathy?
Yes.
Ah, damn it, 'cause I was going to be like, abort mission.
Stay in there.
Stay in there, stay in the attic.
You would hear the voices outside, without a doubt. Give me a perception and we'll see how well you hear them.
11.
You can hear muffled voices from outside as you start making your way down, and you're pretty sure one of them is Danica's.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure I at least get down and close the hatch behind me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to look between the bed and the window.
God.
She looks at you for a second and...
Window is...
I think I understand. He means a lot to me as well. Or the world to me. I can see how tired all of you are. Just rest. I won't hold this against you. Look, I'm sorry for how I was earlier. It's just things I thought were buried, things that should be buried. 5 years you think is long enough, but no. Come. Have a drink with me.
Yes, of course.
Red sort of visibly cringes at the thought of alcohol.
The right two people are on the case.
I mean, on your charisma score's alright.
Yeah.
8.
She kind of regains a lot of her poise.
I get minus on
Well, that's my
charisma
wisdom.
scores.
You can see she's wearing this sort of greenish long dress with a light blue puff sleeve, biggish sort of medieval style shoulders, but not too elaborate. She looks tired. She takes you down to the bar. You can see 2 people in the bar who you've seen before. And you recognise as Nikolai II and Carl.
Hunters?
Nope.
Oh, Lady Watchers.
Oh,
boys.
Lady Watchers boys, and they are definitely of our fighting age for sure. For sure. As they sit in the bar, as they see her. Where have you been? We've been thirsty here. Of course, my young masters. Let me get you another drink. As she again walks with poise and goes to stand behind the bar. As they slam some coinage down on the table and she begins to pour them generic beers.
Why are they still
Or
there?
ales they would be drinking rather than wines.
Everyone else is gone.
Yeah. Do you want to give me a stealth?
They're presumably likely to recognise us from far.
9.
You should see you. Should know you. Should
The bar is
below.
below.
But you'd
the
have to
bar.
walk
Yeah.
round the top. She'd
Yeah.
passive spot you from her position. You'd literally have to walk along the top to get past.
Would we?
What I need now is the illusion of a cart.
Presumably, we would also. See?
Your passive wisdom, yeah, probably be enough passive perception.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
so
14.
my wisdom. No, my wisdom's terrible. So.
But your passive might be enough. What is
like,
How do you?
Red's just going to stand there like,
How do you work out passive perception?
She
10
Plus
your
your
wisdom
wisdom
modifier.
modifier.
9.
Plus your proficiency if you have it trained.
9.
Yeah. 9.
her eyes kind of fix on you for a second.
I'm going to gently put the box down.
Yeah.
Open the box.
You see, as she's pouring your wine, her eyes fix, and you would have heard from behind. Her eyes fix, and she doesn't stop pouring as it just starts to overflow.
Right, it's just going to keep
Open
moving
the
forward,
box.
just like...
Slowly pull out chainmail. Slowly put on chainmail.
What?
I'm just going to reach
Wait,
over
have you got
and
any
turn
clothes
off
on underneath the chainmail?
Shaky nipples.
But what I also have is 3 parallel giant bleeding slashes in my chest. So my priorities are clear right this very moment.
What was that from?
Her.
She.
Oh, she.
Remember, she jumped at him
Yeah. She like...
the night before.
Where Raven did.
Yeah. Close box while keeping eye contact. Pick up box. Slowly leave.
Yeah.
Back towards their room.
Beginning to wonder why he was in the bag.
I'm just going to reach over and
She.
turn the...
Yeah. She kind of comes to it. She's been pouring basically like a whole glass onto this, and the two Watcher boys are laughing about it, and they find the whole situation quite hilarious. It's like the classic when someone drops something in a restaurant cheer.
Hey!
They do that.
Dicks.
Yeah, knobs.
I'm afraid my appetite for a drink has passed.
Understandable.
Good night.
Good night. Let's go. Right.
You can see the sort of muscles in her jaw tightening as she says it.
Yes.
As one of the boys says something to her, almost a slur, a mock too far, as you see her eyes fixate on him. You've seen it before, the hunter getting ready, the prey in her target. As she fixates, you can see the vein in the side of her neck throbbing, all of that adrenaline being dumped somewhere as she stares at this boy.
Red does nothing.
No.
She does a little like shuffle of like best feeling.
As his laugh is cut short instantly. Let me help you clean that up, Lord Lady Danica. Yes, I think you should, shouldn't you? With your fucking tongue. As he kind of stares. There's a cloth. Just fine. As she kind of storms off upstairs as they look to you. The cloth? As you see these
You
two
heard
lads.
what the alpha said.
You remember meeting their mother briefly.
We met them. Do they know us?
One of them took you to visit Lady Watcher.
Yes, yes.
Nikolai II.
But we've met them both in the
You've met them
tavern.
both in the tavern. As they kind of go and between them make a half-assed job
With
of
their
cleaning
tongues?
the mess up. The inn seems very empty. as the sun truly begins to set now. Exhaustion filling all of you. The journey as a horse took it out of you.
That is a sentence.
The journey as a horse.
That is a sentence that has now been said.
Horse journey.
Delicious.
Delicious horse journey.
Whose mug is this?
Probably mine. But it no longer has tea in it.
Constance.
Yes.
Sleep times.
Can I have a nap?
Yeah, sleep
Sleep times.
doesn't just take you, it engulfs you
Yes.
as you lie on this bed.
Fully dressed.
The bed just absorbs you. A belly full of tasty food. And you embrace sleep. Do you take your armour off or sleep in it?
No, I just sat down and fell asleep immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those in the bar, is there anything else you want to do? It seems very quiet. There doesn't seem to be much going
Are
on.
the two boys still there?
Yeah,
Are they the only customers there?
pretty much now.
Yeah.
I just want to go to bed. I'm level 1 exhausted. I think I just want
You
to
can
go to
hear
bed.
them now
Oh,
that she's
level 1
left
exhausted.
muttering that their mother will hear of
It's
this.
a hard life.
Red's gonna turn to them and say, "You should leave."
Trying to intimidate?
No, just flat. 3 foot nothing. I'm sure they could do with more bodies out there.
We're not gonna fight for Vargas. The younger says. The other one nudges him quickly.
I don't care who you do or don't fight for. Danica isn't going to give you any more drink.
Well,
Go
I kind
home.
of pick up. We best go now before it gets too dark. And they both kind of nod to each other and stumble out of the inn.
Yeah, Red will follow, and once they're out, will is there I guess there's a bolt on the door? Yeah, reach tiptoe and bolt the door.
Happy enough.
And then go to bed. Well, no, not go to bed. Hessie,
As you look out
go
the
to
door,
sleep.
and you can see the sun going down, the mist seems very thick already. Very dense. You can see the odd lantern and torch. Your visibility is 20 foot, something like that. Is really hard vision. Really hard to see in.
Go back up to the bedroom. Very purposefully not take whichever bed she was in last time, because that was when the hags started coming. She's not going back in that bed. Any of the others will do.
I'll stay up for a bit.
Elyan,
As you wish.
equipment wise, give me a d20. Higher is better.
9.
Okay, not bad, not great.
Yeah.
So, what should we say? Chain shirt,
Yeah.
some daggers.
Ideally a rapier and a longbow.
Yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. And
Luke.
lucky man. 20 gold pieces.
Sweet. And the loot, hopefully. As in the instrument.
No, more loot.
More loot.
Not loot.
No. Not on a 9. No, haven't I?
Fine.
Piss off. It's rare. Musical instruments are expensive.
It's in my starting gear.
Oh, wait a second.
Let me play you a tiny lute. Oh no, you don't that one.
The world's tiniest loot.
I'd settle for the world's tiniest violin.
One of my oldest players, Splatsky, is here. And he's just commented, I never got 20 gold in the chest, what is this? It would be like, let me just roll. You find 17 copper.
And a potato.
You have 2 silver arrows.
Oh, sweet.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's gone down again. Oh, we need to sort this out and work out what's going on.
I keep remembering that I need to get more armour at some point.
What's it saying, Sand?
Oh, I don't want to do that. So.
Yeah.
Gabriel's crossbow. Is that a hand crossbow?
I'll check.
I think it is.
I think it's one-handed, yeah.
Because I have it right now. And it has
Sorted.
It's 1d8 plus 2, so...
1d, yeah. Oh. Plus 2 might be.
Oh, we're back again.
Because 1d8 plus 1 for me.
Sorry about that.
Crossbow, so yes, Dex.
I don't know what the issue is.
Yes, that would be
We need
Dex
to
mod.
look into it. If anyone wants to buy us a new computer, I'll be totally cool with that.
A book.
The
Oh,
book.
here.
What's this for?
Thank you.
Crossbow.
I have Gabriel's
Maths.
crossbow at the moment.
1d8 plus
'cause he
Dex,
gave
I
it
think.
to me
Um,
and his silver bolts.
Sorry, let's get this moving.
Yep.
As you go to bed,
Bed.
make your way up in bed.
I go to bed. I make a bed, and then I take a blanket. I shove the pillows under the bedding, and then I sleep under the bed, where it is safe from mad murdering relatives.
Red is going to stay up for a little bit, just to listen out and keep watch a little bit.
Yeah. You can hear to the west some orders being barked, a deep, gruff voice. It's hard to make out what they are. The odd word that they need to hold here, they can't give the church.
Is it inside the gates or outside the gates?
Inside.
Ooh.
This is where they're making their stand.
Why haven't they rebuilt that wall?
There's massive, the gates down and a bit of the wall was broken in.
Yeah.
Good old Valaki. But that's about it, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Red's a little bit conflicted, but she'll drop off at some point.
Yeah. Sleep takes you all in your exhausted state. Can everyone give me a D20, please?
That's been working
14.
so well for me.
11.
I blame your hand.
Sorry, yeah, my hand was in the way.
Can I re-roll?
What did you get?
Was it?
She rolled it into my hand, and I might have knocked it, I don't know.
You can re-roll ones anyway.
No, this is not a re-roll situation. What did you get second time?
18.
No, we're sticking with a 1.
15.
11.
I died in my sleep.
Again.
Hessia fell out of bed and broke her neck.
As you sleep, you find yourself on a mountainside. You can see that it should be cold, but it isn't. A stiff wind is hitting you, which you can feel move your hair, but there is no coldness here. High, as you look round for a second, you can see, take a couple of seconds, the north, a valley, a large forest, a settlement in the middle of it. It may be Balaki, but it's a long way off. The mist isn't too bad from here. There's a voice which you recognise. Why have you forsaken me?
And try and ignore it.
Why do you ignore my call?
I'm not.
Do you not want my gift?
No. No, I do not.
I offer you power.
You offer death.
To our enemy.
enemy than friends, I think.
He has too many allies, and you have none.
I have allies.
Do you?
I have friends.
Do you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
They worship him as a god. They obey his every command, without question. As you take a second, every time the wind blows, you hear this voice. It comes in movements, moments.
No deal. Not again.
I am not your enemy, Ezia. I want him dead as much as you do.
And then?
And then we can see. What spells did you give him?
It was 1 second, 1/3, I think. Yeah.
As the wind blows past you, it blows warm and strong. As you feel energy re-enter your body, get one of your second level spells back.
Yay! I was like, the wrong thing. I got overexcited. I pressed that.
You had a
like
rubber.
This is a mess.
I am
What is
not.
going on there?
I
Did you just write that you've got 14 spells?
I panicked.
We went from 2 to 14.
I am not your enemy, Ezia.
You took. Last time you took from me.
No. They broke the link we had. You're free.
Okay, cool.
I was helping you fight what hunted you, remember this?
I have. We fought what hunted me. They're dead.
You would be dead if not for me.
I'm stronger now.
Because of me.
Oh, you took from me. You took my power.
To defend you. And now what hunts you is dead, I return it. Because I no longer need to protect you.
And yet you still want to deal.
Stronger together.
Don't.
You will fail alone.
I'm still. There's still power of mine. You still have. I'm not as strong as I was. You're still holding things from me.
I needed to speak to you.
You make for the Amber Temple soon. You didn't want that before.
Because you weren't ready. Threats await you here that you cannot imagine. Terrors await that make Strahd look like a boy. I did it to protect you.
And you can defeat Strahd. You can help defeat Strahd.
Stronger together. Welcome me back. Don't tell the others. Embrace our power together. Combined, no one will stand against us. No force in this world or any world will ever stand against you again.
What?
Ask and I will come.
Will you take from me again?
Only if you offer.
No. No.
Only
Trickster.
if you offer. In the past, I have never forced you to give me anything.
I would have died without it.
And what I took was so I could defend you. Call my name and I will come.
Not yet.
Soon you must.
Not yet.
Sleep. As the wind leaves, you find yourself alone on this mountaintop, dreaming as you look around at the beauty of the valley. As a darkness falls, the mist rises, obscuring all of the land around you as you now find yourself stood alone on a mountaintop, looking at a sea of mist as shapes move in the mist like giant fish and giant snakes in the sea. Serpents of mist come up and around you as you look up and realise you are alone up here.
Just a dream. This is just a dream.
As you wake in your bed. Everyone give me a d20. We'll see who gets up first.
Crit. 16.
18.
Mine seems to be split between 15 and 12.
Do it again.
12.
Sorry.
Crit.
Ooh. You awaken to, you said no, not yet.
It's not yet, and then
This is just a dream.
this is just a dream.
That
yeah.
is what you would waken in the morning to Hesia saying. You feel rested. Waking first, morning has come. The smell of burnt wood hits your lungs. The rest of you would come to wake at a very similar time.
Red will. Is there a window?
Yep.
Yeah, she'll go over to the window and see if she can see anything, like push it open.
As you look out to the town of Valaki, it was never a pretty town, but as you look to the west, you can see the town. At first, you could kind of see out that way that sort of the gate had fallen and some of the houses closer that way have fallen. But pushed all the way back to the church itself, everything is burnt or on fire. Some of the buildings the other side of the church are burnt to the ground as well. Some of the slums sort of south of the road burnt as well. It's one of those times you're actually thankful for the weather. because the fires wouldn't spread the wood so wet. Sorry.
How does it work with exhaustion?
You lose a rank.
Lose a rank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elyan will join Red at the window and just kind of stare out silently.
This is the worst you've ever seen, Valaki. It is a town which was never particularly pretty, but is in absolute ruins. The west of the town, maybe coming in on the old Sphalic Road, a good 10% of the town that side is just completely gone.
Right.
It would seem the church still stands, but you can see parts of the wall have been pushed in. There's a knock at your door, a rattle. Constance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I come in?
Who does it sound like?
Danica, of course. Can't you tell? My Danica voice.
I just wanted to check it wasn't Rictavio or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Slowly putting on chainmail.
You're not sleeping it.
Yeah. It's like straightening up and trying to work out the stiffness of sleeping in chainmail.
Belting on.
You're achy. You're achy. But you're hardy. She looks tired. She looks weary. He didn't come back last night. As the realization of what she's just said hits. I can't lose him. Not another. No.
He went to the church.
I'll go check.
We'll
We'll
all go.
check.
Thank you.
Come on, let's go.
I'll go ahead. I can check from above. Red is next to the window, and she's gonna do a little literally just jump out, and is gonna shift.
What kind of bird?
Giant eagle, big old bird.
Hey, we'll just kind of watch her shape change.
Yeah. It's aggressive and angry shape-shifting.
It's like
I wonder what that looks like.
it's literally rips out of her.
And as you fly quickly, the carnage here is just brutal. And there are bodies strewn everywhere, limbs torn, the wall is decimated, houses you can see not just burnt, but also chunks taken out, huge claw marks dragged across. Not just bodies on the floor, but clear signs of bodies that have been dragged with fingers then clicking into the floor as they've been pulled out of the town. As you look at the footsteps, it's impossible to miss them as these huge wolf, but not wolf, clawed
Are there
feet.
any werewolf bodies anywhere?
Not that you can see. It looks like there was one winner of this fight, and it was not the town.
Yeah. She'll take some time to fly around and try and I don't know when birds can focus in on really little spots, trying to look at bodies, faces, anything recognisable.
Yeah. You can see the mist around the town, and outside still looks even thicker than it has been normally. Your visibility outside of the town is horrendous. Truly horrendous. And from up in this vantage point, you can see it's much worse to the west. It's almost as if the mist is clean to that side, thicker. As you look to the south and the north, the mist gets thinner to how it has been before, but here you can see it swirling and moving. It looks almost like the walls of mist that you'd seen at the edge of Barovia.
Yeah.
As you stop and fly, looking, you can see some people who are just wounded. And Vargas, with some of his guards, are killing them. Walking over and killing the wounded. As some of the wounded seem to notice what is happening as they cry out in pain, no, there must be... And back. You notice Isaac isn't with Vargas.
Is he anywhere in the immediate area?
Give me a perception.
17.
Nope, you can't see his body as you look round, but you can see them executing the wounded. Those inside the inn, what do you do?
Did you get water last night? Or did you just talk about water and then not get any?
Talked about water and then didn't actually get water.
Okay. I'm just going to spend a moment trying to look a bit more presentable and less crumpled. And like retie my wimple and just generally try to wake up a bit. And then look over to see if everybody else is ready.
Let's go.
All right.
Cassie would be looking a little bit dazed, I guess. Like, yeah, but she'd get up and get ready.
I say wimple, it's a bit of a shirt, isn't it? It's not even like a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Try to make it look a bit more presentable.
As you kind of...
Tuck it in.
Give me a d20 and see how fresh you make yourself.
5, not great.
Nah, it's not Jackal.
No one is.
But yeah, you
It's
try
who we
to...
want to be.
You try to freshen yourself up. Elyan?
Elyan is wearing clothes.
Oh,
She-
nice.
That's new.
She looks to you.
What clothes?
Clothes from the box.
But what clothes?
You get him back.
I'll go find him.
You owe me this.
He's my brother.
As you see 3 young boys, all looking very worried.
I eye the 3 of them in a slightly confused fashion.
2 are clearly theirs. 1, not so much. But your knowledge of, especially Danica, is she likes to take in strays, shall we say. Is she? This is Brom and Bray. This is your Uncle Elyan. They kind of look at you, slightly confused.
Hello, boys. Been a long time.
Mother, where is father? Do not worry, all will be... Everything will be okay. We'll find him, and he'll be back before you know it. He's just running a few errands for me. Now, we've got to clean up the inn and get it ready, boys, so I need your help. Come and help me.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Let's go.
Good to see you, Brian. You're looking well.
Pardon?
Just saying to Brian that he's looking well as I'm passing. That small
Hey.
child that we brought here.
Like 3 days ago.
And dumped here.
Yeah, no, a couple of weeks ago now.
Oh, is it
For a week.
About a week.
Week, yeah.
But presumably he's been eating 3 meals a day, if not
Yeah,
And
he
not
seems happy.
under the
And
constant
sleeping.
threat of being eaten.
Yeah.
Inside,
He's
on the floor a bit.
potentially going through pasty withdrawal, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, we've got the other kid as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah.
in the stable with
He is in the stable.
with Jakul.
Yeah, he slept in the stable with Jackal for some reason.
Because he He recognises this beautiful dragon is probably...
yeah, just curled up next to
It's
him.
like curled up on him, dragged
Like a
it,
cat,
under
just-
a wing.
No.
He hasn't got wings.
Oh,
Under
missed
his
opportunity.
tail.
Yeah.
So, as you make your way down, the bar is all but empty. And at first, you don't see him. Definitely don't see him. And then, as he opens his mouth and speaks to you, you can't believe that you missed him. As you see, sort of sat on a chair, nonchalantly leaning back on it, just kind of playing with a dagger, which some of you have seen before, killing a cook,
Oh.
is Ernest Lanalik.
The servant to Lady Watcher.
Yeah.
His nondescript face of average looks with short dark hair, slightly wet and stuck to his head, thinning at the top somewhat, probably in his 40s but could be 30s depending how he's aged badly. Wearing some close-fitting leather underneath his clothes, but clearly there. Before you go rushing out to be heroes, I think we need a little chat. Join me. It won't take long.
Yeah. Go over.
Who's this?
Lady Watchers.
He works for her. There's little,
We have an arrangement, you could say.
little jobs for her.
Odd.
Can be dangerous in town. Everyone needs a man to get some work done for you. If I'm not mistaken, you must be Elyan.
You're well informed.
It's nice to know the come in and go in of people here.
What can we do for you?
How was your delivery last night? Was it a full delivery?
It came in successfully.
Good. I'm glad.
I enjoy pretentious chit chat as much as the next person, but we're sort of on a clock, so
Of course you are. My employer believes that now Valaki needs a time of change.
Mm-hmm.
That the leadership has failed what could be a great and noble town. And it's sad to see Valaki in the state as in now hunting people who don't deserve to be hunted here. People who just tried to help but got somewhat confused at what was going on.
What do you
Who
want?
didn't understand the full stories and wants to forgive them for their wrongdoings here.
Yes. We are glad to see that you've clearly survived.
And I am definitely glad to see at least some of you have survived.
Where were you last night? Helping with the defence of the town? Somebody clearly as effective as you with a weapon. Surely you would be indispensable on that.
Unfortunately, my supply of silvered weapons is quite low. It is a shame.
Yeah.
But now, I'm not asking for your assistance. I'm not asking you to support my lady.
What are you asking?
Stand aside. Let this town have the change it needs. You must see that nothing good can happen with the current Burgermeister. If you want to help and make sure this transition happens as quickly and smoothly as it can, your support will not be forgotten.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm afraid I haven't got much of an interest in politics, so if you don't mind, we'll just be
On our way.
getting on our way. Yeah.
Nice talk.
Have you seen my brother?
I'm afraid not.
Thanks for this. Be seeing you.
Good. Good. But if you do choose to get involved in this politics, I would recommend against it. Now, I'll be on my way. It's going to be a very busy day.
I'd imagine so.
Good day.
Bye.
As he just sits there.
Cool. Guess we'll be on our way then.
What an unpleasant little man.
Do you say that within clear ear?
Yep.
What's on your t-shirt, Adam?
Pardon?
What's on your t-shirt?
It is it's fantasy football.
Oh,
So it's a wizard
bloody hell.
playing football.
I love it. Very unseen academical.
Makes me happy.
The wizard football has wings.
It sums up Adam pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You make your way outside the inn,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then where?
Following the train, the
Church.
destruction. I
Church
suppose.
is where we. Yeah.
You remember you left your call in the stable.
We slept.
Yes.
Yes.
He's safer there than if we carry him continuously unconscious through the streets with us.
That's true. Maybe
I'm
we
sure
could-
he'll just be fine, unconscious forever.
let's just check on him quickly before we go.
And the child.
Sure. Yeah, if you insist.
Well,
Yeah.
As you open the stable doors,
just not have a thing to do.
look in, there's no horses left in here. There was one. And there's no sign of Jakul or
I was trying to work out where our horse was, but
the boy.
I have just realised that
Red was
Red was
our
our horse.
There's no sign of either Jakul or the boy.
Oh,
Or
we've
the
lost.
horse.
Or the horse.
Oh.
Oh, we've lost them.
He left without his boots.
He did indeed leave without his boots.
Which suggests that he didn't go.
Is there any
willingly.
sign that the conflict got as far as here?
No. Doesn't seem to have. So you're quite central. You are. So remember, Valaki is kind of like this triangle like this, but it's got kind of fat at the bottom, and the main road kind of goes across, and then the main road goes north. The inn sits just to the west of this main road, and then further to the west, the church is here, and it got about halfway past. So it did get past the church, but not into the church.
Okay. Yeah. Should we head to the church?
Yep.
Church.
Fine.
As you can hear from you flying around, having the advantage, Vargas and his men will soon be done what can only be described as executing the wounded.
Yeah.
And any who didn't seem to get wounded are being thoroughly looked at for wounds.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Red's going to continue mainly looking for... Where's his name gone? Where's his name gone?
Gabriel?
Erwin.
Erwin?
Erwin. Yeah, that's the main target at the moment.
As you fly and flutter around, you have No sign of him. Unfortunately. You can see these making their way out across.
She'll swoop down and land in front of them. Probably. I don't know how big a giant eagle is. I'm going to assume quite large.
Eagles are quite chunky.
Big, long wingspan.
Yeah. So it's going to just land in front of them.
Plump. Transform back or stay as?
Stay as.
Yeah.
Going to telepathically communicate with Constance, and I can't see him. Him or the shield.
But he would be inside. Can you hear me if I speak back?
Oh yeah, I can understand common.
Or am I just talking out loud? Like,
I don't know if she thinks the answer back. No, because
you can choose to telepathic. Once you've got that link, you can.
Or you can say.
I wouldn't be great at it, so I'll probably say it out loud as well. They would be inside though, presumably.
Most of the dead and dying are outside. There are signs that some may have been dragged out of the city.
Right.
The guards are killing anyone who is wounded.
Right. Where are you? Where are you? That's a question to you.
I'm in front of you.
Oh, right in front of me.
Oh, you've got this giant eagle in front of you.
Oh shit! Sorry, I thought you were still flying. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's you. I thought you were still a horse.
What kind of formation are you guys in? Are you just kind of all
Kind of like in a line?
a line?
Yeah. Bit of a
Yeah. Gaggle.
with an eagle right in front of us.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw, Hessia, please?
My favourite one. 3.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Good.
Shall we check the church first then?
You can hear, you've definitely been spotted by the remaining guards in here.
Yeah.
But there aren't many.
All right.
It would seem that what you've seen, the majority of the dead were the citizen levy who were put in front.
Yeah.
I have no armour.
And have no silver weapons.
Yeah. Where the guards definitely fared better, but there still are quite a few dead guards.
Yeah. Fine.
Could it survive another assault like this from looking? No, probably not.
Yeah.
Another attack would probably overwhelm them.
How many nights has the moon been full?
3.
Red, you think tonight? You think the night just been was the last?
So
Yeah, she'll.
it's the third, presumably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the fourth.
It's starting to wane.
It was the fourth. Yeah, it was the fourth.
Red will turn back now. 'cause
So
it's
the
easier.
first one in Kresk, the second one in Thingamajig, then you travelled overnight, and then last night, so forth.
Yeah. Red will turn back.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the guards kind of forming up with Vargas.
All right.
Tonight's the last one. It's starting to wane.
We don't run this time.
As they square up and start coming towards you.
I will cast
smile.
Eagle Splendor on myself.
What does it do?
Give me advantage on charisma checks.
Oh, tasty. Yeah, I smile back and square up as well.
So you can see this heavily built man, pot-bellied, port-nosed, bloodshot kind of cheeks to him, eyes looking a bit bloodshot as well, hair stuck to his head with a mixture of sweat and the mist and the rain from being outside, mixture of mud and blood on the floor around him. At least there's no screaming of wounded guards. As him and 6 guards make their way over towards you. You,
Baron Vargas, how nice to see you.
That.
I'll take a couple of steps forward.
Yeah.
My newfound associates and myself heard of the difficulties facing Valeki. We've come to offer aid by means of.
And where were you last night?
On our way into the town. regardless, by way of reparation for the unfortunate incidents that happened last time my newfound associates were here, we'd like to offer our assistance. We understand that the werewolves that have been attacking have taken children.
Well, yes, they have.
So that cannot be allowed.
No, definitely not.
So
give
we
me
will-
a charisma roll.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Sweet.
See how receptive he is to you.
28.
Smooth operator.
Yeah, he seems receptive to what you're saying. As he kind of then looks over to what's behind you as well.
I nod and smile.
Grin.
Red does,
Keep
not,
eye contact.
Red does not smile.
Good. Come with me to the church.
Great.
Excellent.
While we're here, you haven't seen my brother Erwin recently, have you?
No. Come in, I'll explain what I've heard.
All right.
You make your way around the church. The blood is just everywhere. There's just carnage. It is just carnage. As you look at some of the corpses, they're humanoid and semi-naked, covered in lots and lots of cuts. But the guards are very quickly gathering all of the bodies. And you can hear one of the captains.
Got a mood where they're going on.
Yeah.
Since Ismark is not here, I'll take control. Light fires. We shall burn the bodies. As various ones of them. Yes, good idea. And they start to build fire pyres.
Are the semi-naked corpses, they smell like werewolf?
Yeah, there's definitely a scent to them.
Yeah. Red's going to go and
A
investigate.
kind of wet furriness to them.
Yeah, wet dog smell.
They've definitely killed quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Your knowledge of if you transform back after death is a little bit awkward with some werewolves. You definitely know if you're a true breed. So if you were born a werewolf, you don't. You die and
So
you stay in that form.
Those were bitten werewolves.
Probably. Good chance.
I will glance across at them, open my mouth to speak, and then clock the fact that I'm standing next to Baron Vargas and shut my mouth again.
Him and his guards kind of make their way into the church. It looks like it was assaulted on all fronts, but managed to hold.
Where's the priest?
He's not here.
No.
No, he's not.
Was there no luck with finding the relic that went missing?
His eyes kind of narrow on yours. You knew about the relic missing.
The priest told us. He wanted us to help.
No, we didn't know where it was.
That's a shame.
My apologies for sidetracking the conversation. You were going to tell us about what you seen last night and the potential whereabouts of my brother.
From what I have understand, Erwin fought well. Hearing him talk now, there's a slight slur to his words, as if he's definitely had a drink or two this morning. But is fell, my boy. And with that, our main weapon against them. I was taken back to the house by my guard for my own safety. But the remaining were able to hold on. I heard the wolves dragged most into the night.
Right, well, guess we're following that trail then.
Do you have any idea where they go when they're dragged out like that? Which direction?
To the west. Heard the rumours that far to the west that they have a cave. But no one has been willing to enter the mist.
I guess that's our job then.
And I can see why.
We would need silver, ideally.
I've got Gabriel's crossbow bolts.
I've got 3 bolts.
Have you got a crossbow for them?
Yeah, I got a crossbow, and Gabriel gave me 3
But what if
silver
tonight
bolts.
they'll be back?
This was the last full moon. It's
Are you
starting
sure?
to wane.
I can't take that risk.
If
There's more at play here than just wolves in the night.
yes, obviously.
He kind of says, looking round.
Is it just us in conversation, or are there guards really close by?
There's guards to sort of the main entrance into here. You can see.
But not earshot.
You don't
Cool.
think so.
Yes, obviously you've
There's,
got.
there's some watching you to make sure you don't pull anything, but they're kind of watching both ways. He's kind of brought you some privacy.
Yeah, obviously you've got Lady Watcher to worry about.
Out. Yes. Without Isaac, it will not end well.
Oh.
Without Isaac?
Did they drag off Isaac as well?
I'm told so.
He might still be alive. If the werewolves wanted
He'll
to
find a
kill
way
them,
back.
they would have killed them straight away.
That's true.
I have some riches I can pay you. Come to my house tonight. Protect me. My son, my line must continue.
How are we able to keep your town safe if we are holed up in your house?
To declare that you see me as the only ruler that Valaki can have, that I'm its true burgermeister. That all will be well. All is forgiven between me and you.
Do you really think we hold that much
Power, sway.
power
Don't
in a country we do
Influence.
not come from?
don't underestimate the power of appearances.
She doesn't know your strength. Yet it'll take her time, and by the time she sees that you are not Isaac, we can get him back.
Why don't you just kill her?
Lady Watcher.
Why don't you just arrest her?
I don't have the strength now.
You have guards. She has, as far as we can tell, one
Creepy man.
creepy man.
Very.
And we can tell you his location as we speak.
It would not go well.
Arrest her sons. Arrest her. Keep them all separately.
Her sons didn't join the fight last night.
Take her daughter.
There are...
Come with me now, then we'll arrest her together. What evidence do you have that she plans to kill me or for anything? We'll put her in the stockades. Yes, the stockades.
What is stockade.
It's a wooden construction. That...
Why not just kill her? I don't understand why you wouldn't just kill the threat.
We'll feed her to the wolves.
Oh,
Even better.
Then you just make another werewolf.
You're right, all will be well.
We'll discuss this with you when you sober up.
I'm fine now. So,
How's your son?
He'll be fine.
How's your wife?
Sure. All will be well. Yes, it will.
You cannot keep this pretense up for the rest of your
It's
days.
not a pretense. It keeps the devil Strahd away, you know.
Is it keeping him away?
Yeah, you
Is it? Look at this place.
This unhappiness is the reason
Look
he
at
came
this
here.
place.
This unhappiness.
No. The reason for this is because you have lost control of this place. You allowed the bones to go missing. You allowed this consecration to fall. You allowed Strahd to come here and take away this priest and ride away with him on his...
Guards, arrest them!
we have a bargain.
As they kind of look to you and spears come down.
Do you really, really want to turn this into a fight right now? You have other things to worry about. We have a bargain. You and us.
What? Make your bargain now.
You agreed.
That
All
you would
forgiven.
arrest Lady Watcher.
No.
No.
But what? What?
I think there is a slight issue of any form of evidence.
You're with her, I can tell.
We're not with
Baron
her.
Vargas.
What?
Take a moment to think about this. Why would we come here at all if we were with Lady Watcher? Why would we come and talk to you in this fashion if we were with Lady Watcher?
What do you want then? Money, I can give you money. Items of power, items of worth. What?
If you want us to help, we need weapons, we need armour.
Silvered weapons. You've got a month now until the next full moon. You've got time to rebuild. You've got time to clear up that rubbish and outside make it more fortified the next time. You will not be able to survive another assault like that. It will. If you hole yourself up in your tower while the city burns, what will you be Burgermeister of?
Yes, you're right. Once my boy's back, we'll kill them all. Yeah.
If Lady Watcher launches a coup, this entire place will crumble.
I agree.
Is it our problem if it does?
Our problem is to go and find your brother.
But if we can't let this place crumble just because we haven't got a reason to fight for it. We know people who do. This is one of the very few places in this region that has walls and has people and has a
Then
force that can
Kill
fight them.
Lady Watcher. Destroy
Yes.
the threat.
And that's the only way.
You said something about her basement.
But I didn't go in. I have no idea what is actually down there.
What?
She has a secret
We found
Chamber.
a basement, but Constance said it was evil.
below the kitchen. It
Basement?
gave off.
What is?
It's like a cave under a house.
It felt evil to me. Felt like there was something really bad going on down there. But at the time, Hestia was being stalked by the hags, and you were all upstairs. There was no time to check. I opened a secret compartment, and the door opened, and I closed it again after sensing what I sensed.
Vargas is kind of absorbing all of this as well.
You said you wanted evidence.
That is where you'll find it, but whatever's down there could be far more than your guards can handle, especially exhausted as they are.
Then you go.
Not today.
I had a feeling he would say that.
Let us
strike soon.
Let us stay here without any threat of arrest, without any repercussions for...
Stay with me then.
No, I think if we stay with you, it will be seen as a...
You
We're taking
hiding up your
sides.
tree like a frightened squirrel.
That we are allied together.
It's better if Lady Watcher thinks that we're neutral.
If Lady Watcher thinks we're with you, how are we going to get into that basement?
She won't let us in again like that. But if you make a show of pardoning us publicly, perhaps we will have more ability to travel around the city and make friends with the people that we need to find that out for you. I am of the opinion that you are misguided in some ways, but you are a better Burgermeister than
She would be.
many would be. And with some help.
My bloodline has kept this town safe.
Yeah. You're right, it has. But at this point, this is the crux. This is where it might end. And not just your bloodline, but everybody's here. You need to get your son out of his attic so that he can help with the defense. You need to rally people together. Strength can only be achieved if you all work as one to do this.
You're right. Those who don't join us will put in the
No.
stockades all over.
No. Fear isn't working here. There's too much of it. It saturates everything.
All will be well.
False happiness does not help either. You have to be realistic. You have to give these people something to fight for and something to work for.
Give them armour instead of just the clothes they're
Open up your
wearing.
stores. Open up what you can. Melt down what silver you have and tip weapons with it. This is not working, is it? Look how many dead there are. Look how many are burning in the streets because of the inefficiency here. You know what you're fighting. And if
how
it means
many more
opening your
guards are
stores and
killing?
pouring out your silver and making these people survive, then that's what you should do. That is
So
what a
guards are
real
killing the
Burgermeister would
wounded.
do. That's what your forefathers would do.
So we're agreed.
What?
You'll kill her.
You did not listen to a single thing she just said.
Good.
I turn and
I won't
walk out.
work with a man who won't listen.
Yes. Oh, my bloodline will be strong for generations to come.
Vargas.
Perhaps his bloodline deserves to end.
I turn to the guards that are nearby and walk over to them, and in a sort of friendly...
You see, all of them are smiling.
Yeah. I sort of clap one on the shoulder and I say, you should take the Burgermeister home. He needs to sleep. Or I think it would be best. And I turn. If they're not going to respond, then I have no interest in conversing with them.
These look like pretty hardy men.
Yeah.
But they are smiling with grim. Yeah.
She's going to have him assassinated.
She will.
Probably today.
Yeah.
She'll
They
want to
just
do it
kind
while
of
there's
nod.
Still time for the town to recover before the next attack.
He sort of gathers himself and then starts wandering out of the chapel.
We have a choice to make. We either go after those that have been taken or get ourselves stuck in the problems here again.
We know who will be the one wielding the dagger, don't we?
I don't care who runs this place. We have things that we need to do.
You're right.
We have Erwin to find.
And
What's happened to
Gabriel still
Gabriel?
hasn't come
He's
back from the
disappeared.
camp.
We should check the bodies.
We should.
I've not looked for Gabriel yet.
Perhaps you should speak to the guards. Get them to take him back to his house. At least there he'll have some amount of safety.
Is anybody obviously in charge of the guards?
Yeah, the guy who kind of made himself Capitan
Right.
is around.
I'll go talk to him.
Yes. What is it, citizen?
We
All will be well.
Yes, particularly if you and your men take the Baron back to his house and ensure that he is safe until he is more himself. We have some concerns that there are certain parties here who wish him ill, imminent ill. Now, fortunately, he has had the great foresight to pardon my friends for the unfortunate misunderstanding that happened last time they were here, and I would very much appreciate it if you would spread that so that there is not another further misunderstanding.
Yes, yes. I see. Yeah. You. As he points to various guards. We are going to fall back to the house. Bring back all of the guards from all of the gates, all of the walls. Pull everyone in. All will be well.
But what of the rest of the city?
With their kind of like Norman-style kite-ish shields and spears, nod, and a lot of them then trumpets are blown and calls are made, and what is left of the kind of guard force starts making it back to his house.
But the people...
They won't care.
As long as they stay fat and safe, they don't care who dies. This is why cities are the worst.
Such a teenager.
No.
There's nothing more we can do here.
I'll take a couple of quick steps and just kind of put a hand on his shoulder.
We've got more important things to be doing.
You can't just leave the city defenceless.
He kind of
They
looks
can,
at his
they
hand.
will.
We've tried arguing this before.
This was your plan.
To look after the Baron, not to leave everybody else defenceless. There must be a middle ground.
All that matters is his safety.
That's not
Is
true.
He says it like loud enough so that he will be able to, that Vargas will be able to hear it.
You get a promotion. What does that matter if the city is in flames around you?
All will be well.
Do the job.
You can see what is left of what was a kind of understaffed guard, all making its way into the kind of their central house.
There's nothing more we can do here. They're set on their own destruction.
It's a shame that others have to suffer because of it.
If we can go and come back in time, we might be able to do something when we're back.
So we need to get moving.
My
and
nephews are
I know.
here.
Jakul is still here.
Is he?
Well, funny story.
What?
He's not still here.
What?
But
How did we lose?
well, we left him in a stable, but let's not go into that too much.
It's a comfy stable.
So we've lost Gabriel and Jakul. And we got you.
So
Who
what you're
came
saying
out
is
of an
it's
evil
not all
bag.
bad? Yeah, sorry.
Right, do we stay or leave?
We've checked the bodies for Gabriel.
Which bodies?
The wolves.
You can see they're already burning quite a few of them.
How defensible did the tavern look on me with their...
The tavern?
Yeah.
Reasonably, actually. almost as if it was kind of built that way. There's one main entrance, which is a very large, studded wooden door, side entrance, which is fortified in, and then lots of places that you could rain death from above, and a way that if you can fly, you can exit the building if it does fall.
Red's going to quickly go around to...
As crazy as that is.
Red's going to quickly go around to any of the bodies they haven't yet burnt.
Yep.
And is just going to check them for the real Gabriel.
Yeah, no joy.
No.
We
follow
west.
the tracks.
Yeah.
Follow the tracks west. It's very, very dense mist.
Red, is there any way you could tell Danica the likelihood of what may happen tonight if Vargas doesn't pull himself together and sort this place out?
What do you mean?
It will be undefended.
Yeah, the walls will be undefended. They should barricade themselves in. They should get as high as possible and defend themselves with whoever they can muster to defend themselves. Whatever people that they've got that need somewhere.
Do you want me to go fast, or do you want me to go?
If you go fast, then you can meet us as we go.
I need more armor.
You need more armor.
My other armor got destroyed when I turned.
Was there anything in the stores where you got your things from, Elyan?
People are giving you quite a wild berth at the moment.
Didn't really look.
If you can find me some scraps of leather or fur or metal, I'll make it work.
What is there in the streets? Like what's left over from the night before?
Yeah, some of the guards are in armour.
Yeah.
Still a mixture of kind of leather and chain and bits and bobs like that. You could probably cobble something together.
How far away is the tavern?
Oh, not too far. You're talking like a couple of minutes if you're running. Yeah. If that, you can run there pretty sharp.
Okay, well, Red will go and...
Yeah. Hesia, anything you want to be doing?
Nip away.
No, she just wants to get on with it.
I'm going to see what there is around that looks about Red size or like could be tied smaller and maybe a chain shirt or...
Yeah, I'll help with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go one Danica.
Hurry up.
Yep.
You make your way back.
Did you just yell at him?
Yeah, hurry up. He'll probably catch up in like a minute.
Yeah, go straight into the inn and just go up to the
1 second.
roaches. Sorry.
Dave.
Hesia,
Yes.
you hear a voice.
Oh, good. It's been at least 10 minutes.
Oui.
Oh, no.
My dear Hesia,
No.
where is my bone?
How?
As you...
She wasn't French before.
Well, she was more Portuguese,
She was
Spanish.
Spanish.
How did
Kind of just
around
wandered around Europe.
Yeah, she did wander around Europe a bit,
Wasn't
didn't
she putting on an accent?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Aim for Spanish. See where you land.
Today she's French. Has sort of startles
yes.
and looks round. Probably Constance would notice, but
You don't.
There's no one there.
You don't see her near you. No. It is very important to me that I get that bone back. You must understand.
I don't have it.
Who does?
Jakul. And I wouldn't tell you where he was if I could.
You do not know.
No.
I do.
Where is he?
Going out will be bad. Take my word for it. Give me a spellcraft.
Oh, can't I?
Yep.
14.
You think she's using message. So that gives her 120 foot range.
What do you...
And she's got to be pointing at you.
I look down all the streets.
Give me a perception.
Oh, God. 1, probably. Yeah. Literally. 1.
1.
What?
How do you do that?
Yeah, you can't see her.
I can't see anything with a 1.
You've fallen in a ditch.
Walk into a wall, fall into a ditch.
So,
What's out there? What do you know?
at the moment, I think they are safe.
They? Who answers with your call?
Gabriel. Erwin, I think. Maybe more, maybe less.
They were taken then.
In a manner. Without my help, you won't find them.
Let me guess, you'll want that bone back.
You can't allow this town to fall to chaos. I have plans.
Do you know?
I want Strahd dead. I think you do as well.
Yes.
Get the bone back and we are even. It is just a bone.
Sure it is. You'll help us then.
No.
No.
This is me helping you.
By telling us to go west.
No. West is a death. But you can try if you do not believe me.
So you're telling us to go and get the bone.
You can see. She's just full on talking to herself now, you would notice.
Are you saying it out loud or are you like...
No, it would be
Yeah.
out loud, yeah. You want us to find Jakul to get the bone, but also that it's death to go after Jakul to get the bone.
Yes.
That's what you're telling me.
Exactly. But also,
You are as helpful as ever.
Who are you talking to?
if this town falls to chaos,
She's here somewhere.
Ask her if
Yeah.
she's coming with us.
I did, she said no.
Why?
She's been mysterious.
Ask her why she's not coming with us.
I've got Constance here. I'm sure you probably know that.
because you tried to kill me,
What did she say?
She's not inclined to help us
now.
because of what Jakul has.
So what is she doing instead? What's a better use of her
She's
time than
lurking
this?
somewhere in here, somewhere nearby. She has plans for this town. That's what she says.
All right. Ask her what her plans are.
I work alone now.
She works alone now.
Ask her, does she always work alone?
No.
She always works alone. She says no.
Ask her who she usually works with.
Do you have a friend called Watcher, perchance?
No.
Ask her who she usually works with.
Constance says, who do you usually work with?
A grumpy old bastard. But that is the past. This is the now.
She's
I will go for the bone. You will make sure this town does not fall to chaos.
What does she say?
If it does,
Sounds like a long answer.
I will hold you responsible.
my brain.
As Hessia kind of gets stuck between these two.
She's going. She works with. Well, she said it's a grumpy old man. I'm going to assume that's the Burgermeister. She knows where Jakul is. Gabriel's there too. She's got the boat. She can go and get them back if we stay here and sort out this town.
No.
We are. Apparently, it is almost certain death to go. But somehow she thinks she'll be okay, so that's interesting.
Tell her she should come with us then.
She won't. I would try that one.
Yeah, but say it more emphatically.
Think it. You can't stop us from going,
No.
but you need us to look after this town.
Tell her that the first step in looking after this town would be in killing the guy who's in the tavern.
Will be what? Sorry?
Killing
Constance feels the best thing to do is to kill Lady Watcher's crony.
Did she say that's a great idea?
You don't.
She's
there's-
gone silent.
there's
Constance,
no
I'm
reply.
just shouting at a wall now.
Tell her where he is.
I'm talking to a wall, Constance.
Well, she might still be listening, just not replying. Tell her that he's in the blue tavern. No, what is it? The blue water. Something to do with blue. Something to do with taverns. That's where. Tell her that.
Hello, wall. There's a man in the Blue Water Tavern.
Is it
I'm
blue
glad
water?
you'd want to know that, Mr. Wall.
Yes.
It's a great conversation we're having, Wall.
Good.
Good. Do you feel better for that?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
I don't. My head is scrambled.
Shall we go? Oh,
Duh.
have I found anything useful?
Give me a investigation or some kind of.
Investigation. I never get to investigate things. I'm so excited.
Just because it doesn't exist. Oh, you think that's intelligence.
Yeah, that's 9.
No silver weapons. You find any kind of standard weapons. Some leather armor.
Yeah.
That you could
That's all I need. I'll pick up the
shrink,
leather.
strap down.
Pick up the leather.
But nothing of great value.
If there's like a dagger or something like that might be useful. I'll take that as well.
Yeah.
Bundle it up in the leather. Delicious. Shall we head in the right direction?
Yeah, I don't trust her to bring them back.
No.
She'll take the bone, and that's what
I
she
agree.
cares about. She
Whatever.
wouldn't know Erwin either.
Whoever she's working for, I don't think it is the Burgermeister.
She's a grumpy old bastard.
There's plenty of those around here. It could be anyone.
True. Well, not anyone.
It could be Danica. It could be.
Eh.
It could be half of the Vistani. It could be.
Elyan.
Yes, it could be.
It could be the toy maker.
How old are you? You're grumpy.
Oh, shut up.
Talking of Danica,
Yeah.
she comes out to this scene and a hand across her face. I needed to see for myself.
Danica. Baron Vargas's new head guard is pulling all of the guards back to defend Vargas's manor.
This is not good.
No.
If it is not the werewolves, it will be
Yeah, we know.
the undead.
We're going to try and do something about it, but
For now, you need to barricade the tavern.
I see. Did you find him?
No.
We will. He wasn't amongst the dead.
You're sure?
I searched from the skies. I cannot see him amongst any of the bodies.
Fine. Go. Find your friends. What's of... 1 second. Soldar and Soldarovich. The hunters.
I did not look for them.
They are capable men. Sorry, it's Soldar, Soldovich, and Yevgeny, because they like to give easy.
This is why my family tree of the
yeah.
Markoviches was so
I'm
strange.
following you, yeah.
I can try and look for them.
If you can't bring him back, don't come back.
Does she say that to? Okay.
They're still my nephews, Danica.
Do you know what happened to her in the attack? Were you there for it?
No. My brothers and my father had already dragged me off at that point.
You know they had agreed they would not turn her to our cause, and we could not tell her our secrets.
I know.
So Erwin could not hold her back, and your father did not care.
He is very selective in what he
I mean
says
this
about
when
you.
I say it. I wish I could say she was dead.
What do you mean?
He invited us to the wedding. Their wedding.
What? Wedding.
Strahd has...
We went. We had no choice. She begged us to go. She said that she had found her true love.
Sorry.
If you don't find my husband, don't come back, because I'll kill you.
Okay. Okay.
And the only reason I'm not trying to kill you right now is because he's out there alone.
We'll find him. Come on.
She's still there. All these years. Did you hear a boy come running from outside? Ah, boys. Your uncle was just saying they are going to go and help your father with his errand. He'll be back soon. No time at all.
Quick as a flash.
Quick as a flash. Now come. We've got to prepare for when he's back. As they give out a little cheer as she turns and makes her way back inside the Blue Water Inn.
Come on.
While you're stood near the church, some of the yokels, now that the guards have gone, start coming out and picking through the dead.
Leave it to it.
Yep.
Should we walk in the direction of the inn?
Would that take us the way we want to go anyway?
No, you need to go west, do you think?
Oh.
That's where stuff was dragged.
So Red's
Red's doing
doing a quite a brisk pace back anyway.
Yeah.
So
Elyan is kind of trailing after her.
Both give me, while you're stood around, investigation.
Team spot.
6. which is really annoying because I've got a really
11.
high investigation.
Stop.
I think it's because I'm a bounty hunter.
Since you're in a town, I'll give you advantage on it.
Ooh, 16. Oh, but I've got exhaustion level 1, so I get
11 was still my best.
Yeah, that's
what's
right.
it called? Disadvantage on ability checks.
You can hear murmurs going around the town. We need a new Burgermeister. He can't protect us.
With exhaustion, do you get all the previous levels
As well.
things as well? Okay, yeah, because I'm level 2, so I'll get the one.
It's one giant ball
Okay,
of,
ball of joy.
I figured that would probably be the case. Just to be clear.
You see some people openly tearing down over this side, like the posters that have been put up for the various fetes and fairs and things like that. Festivals, that's the word I'm looking for. And it seems the local populace are turning against Vargas. Without any guards out here, without anyone to control it. People still smile, and there's still happiness. But they do seem to be, it seems to be turning that way. Those at the inn?
We're already walking back.
Yeah, you grab all your bits and bobs.
Are there any shields around on the ground? No.
Oh, no, yeah, not your shield.
Not my shield, no.
Yeah, you'd be able to find one of the sort of guards' Norman kite-style shields.
All right, yeah, I'll grab one if there's one that,
Yeah.
one that's about my size.
Yeah, you find a bigger one.
All right, I will tie some rope around.
You see written or carved in the back of it, it says, "All will be well."
How jolly.
Yeah, I'll sling it on my back.
Yeah. You make your way back. As you're waiting, probably 5-10 minutes, it sounds... Sorry, I'm playing with a pen. Told off. It sounds like the populace messages are being passed around, and it doesn't seem completely natural flow of information, as in people are just going, "Oh, let's turn against him." There's definitely ringleaders out here.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're talking of rising up. We need the people, a person of the people to lead us.
Yeah.
But there's been no mention of names yet. Sooner the better. They can't stop all of us. You would hear this as well as you're going back, and you've definitely heard they can't stop all of us before.
This town is...
There's an atmosphere in the whole of the town, an edge to it. As you walk down the streets now, it is not one of fear, it is one of revolution. It is an edge to what's going on here. People are angry and they're looking for someone to take it out on. They can't fight the werewolves, but who can they fight?
I don't want to stay here anymore.
If this place goes... If this place falls to a civil war, it's going to fall.
Yeah. You're right. Who would they take as leader?
From what I'm hearing, I think she has people out, stirring everything up. And I think they'll be in place ready to hail her once they get the town to the right stage.
Neither are better than the other. People like this need someone who knows what they go through. Not these fat birds that sit in their cages.
What did we miss?
Esmeralda Red is about.
And
She's here somewhere. No, Jakul and Gabriel have been dragged off. She saw it. Knows about it somehow.
what does she want?
She wants us to let her go and, well, she didn't even say she'd get them. She said she'd get the bone, which is not the same thing as getting them, and wants us to stay here and stabilise the city, but we don't want to do that.
So, Jakul and Gabriel have been dragged off.
West.
The mist is extremely thick
Yeah,
to the
and
west.
she said it's very dangerous, but, you know what, staying here is going to be dangerous too.
Did you see her win?
She wouldn't have any reason to know him, I don't think.
So what? We go into the mist and after the werewolves?
That's where our friends are. Where Owen most likely is.
I assume with the injuries that he has had in the past, there's no chance of him flying again.
Not easily, if at all. Not with the lack of strength in his arm.
You hear the sounds of battle behind you. 2 people fighting over a dead man.
Vultures.
It becomes very apparent that the man's wearing a ring, and both of them trying to get the ring off him as fast as possible.
I'll take a couple of steps and just try and shove them apart.
Yep, they're not really paying any attention. They're pushing. You hear the sound of a dagger being drawn, and one of them slams the dagger into one of the other people trying to get it. Before you can react, as you're just trying to
Leave the Elyan.
Balaki
It won't make
feels
any
like an
difference.
absolute powder keg. The city is ready to explode as people look over and realise there was no repercussions for what this person's just done. And it kind of sinks in to everyone that the guards aren't here. And everyone looks very warily around them, but continues stealing or searching amongst the dead for what they can find.
I say we go.
It's going to explode.
The man pays no heed to the person he's just stabbed and continues, slices off the dead man's finger, takes the ring off it, and then continues to frisk and look amongst him.
If we go, if we don't do anything, this entire city is going to erupt.
Yeah.
And then it will fall.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people are going to die.
Are there any priests here other than the one that was in the...
Really like acolytes.
There was the gravedigger. There was a couple of young orphans, but no one of divine worth. It seems to be a town whose leader has gone mad, whose priest has been taken, whose one consecrated area has fallen,
It's chaos.
whose captain of the guard is no longer there.
Nothing can be achieved here until we bring back who we need to bring back. Perhaps Izek will be more amenable to us if he's in our debt.
I don't want to stay in the city.
Nor do
What
I.
would we gain by staying?
It would aid in the power struggle that has clearly been going on for decades, and we have no way of finding out if we're choosing the right side. We've got nothing really here, do we?
Power struggles don't resolve themselves overnight.
No.
I've lived in enough places like this.
Everyone give me a perception.
The only thing we've got to go off is an evil
19.
cave.
Reroll. Might have a negative on that.
They're not natural this time.
I'm rerolling my 1.
No, straight 19.
7.
19. As you guys are talking, you see one of the locals is clearly like been foraging the same body quite close to you, listening in to what you're saying.
I pull out my sword, which is glowing, and point it in his direction.
He badly puts on I'm just looking for money.
Yeah. You've been searching that man's pockets for a while, and he doesn't seem to have any pockets, so that's quite impressive. Tell whoever you're listening for that we will be back in this town.
And she shall be in charge.
If she's in charge, then you will all die. She is not a good person. She will not keep you alive. She will sacrifice you all if it means saving herself.
She doesn't care.
None of them care.
Neither does the current guy.
Take the people that you have. Hide yourselves away.
I am one of the chosen. You few, should be the ones scared. I'll pass on your message. See, carefully backs away. It does raise a few eyebrows, like looking towards you, but the majority of the people seem to go back to what they're doing. You see, as you draw your sword, that the mist has burnt away from it slightly when it was drawn.
That's convenient.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Leave. Did you find any armour?
Oh, yeah, I've got a bundle of...
Yeah,
Leathery.
Red will
It's
put it on over her
Some
furs
leather.
and tunics.
And there's a dagger in it.
It's an awkward fit, but there's lots of straps and you can sort of jury rig it to you. It's not too horrendous.
So I have to choose between going after my brother and trying to stop hundreds of people dying.
How much
That's
can
about
you
it,
do?
yeah.
Are you ready to take charge here as the new Burgermeister, Elyan?
I can't do that.
Then come with us.
Or stay, up to you. Or stay, up to you.
This place will stand more of a chance if we can kill at least some of these werewolves.
Bring back Erwin. Alright. Alright.
What did Danica say?
Tell them. If you're going to travel with us, we're not keeping secrets.
Yeah, I know. My adopted cousin. No, adopted niece, sorry. I suppose you could call her. Her name is Bella. She's not like the rest of the family. She wasn't like the rest of the family. She wasn't involved. She joined the cause.
Your cause? When you marched?
Yep.
What happened to her?
She's a bride of Strahd. Danica said, bring back Erwin or don't come back to me. She still likes you.
So, by the sounds of it, you don't have much choice. We need to find Erwin.
Yeah.
Which means we need to leave here.
And the longer we stand here talking about
I'm
whether or not
coming.
we're going to leave, then the
I'm
less
coming.
time we're going to have.
I'm coming.
Good,
Start
let's
walking.
go.
I think Constance should take point.
I'm already in the front.
As you step towards the gates, you can see the mist is so much thicker here.
Yeah, I haven't sheathed my sword.
Keeping it out.
Yeah.
You can see into the distance. Shapes are definitely moving within the mist.
Wait.
What?
What now?
What time is it, by the way? Early morning, so.
Morning.
Yeah, pretty much early morning.
Yeah.
Maybe spent a couple of hours in town, so maybe like say 9:30, 10.
Let me take a couple of minutes, make us stronger.
Fine.
Elyan starts to recite from memory what's basically epic poetry, and using it to essentially invoke tiny strands of bardic magic to kind of wrap up everybody and sink into everybody. Takes him about 10 minutes. The entire time he's kind of going through this sort of epic, but at the end of it, everybody gets 12 temporary hit points.
Oh, wow.
What spell is it?
It's the feet.
Inspiring
leader.
The feet.
Nice.
Oh, the feet. I meant
The
feet.
feet.
I thought the spell was called the feet.
The feet.
It's as a result of Elyan's foot fetish.
Foot magic.
He's a podomancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Podiamancer.
It takes toe, baby.
I don't like it.
You know that like vomiting cat meme?
Hey, I didn't go there. You went there.
I did go there.
Oh, hey, Dish Pickle. Like, we're just about to finish, and then on comes Modern and Dish Pickle. No, they haven't all become revenants yet.
Almost. We're getting there.
So, you draw your sword and step where the mist becomes thicker. What sort of formation are you in?
I'm in the front.
I'll be next.
Red's going to be slightly off to the flank.
Yeah.
Be the other side.
So like a little diamond.
You step in.
Diamond.
As you instantly do, that kind of feeling of claustrophobia comes over you. Can everyone give me a constitution save? Oh, and we got
No, I can't
CMKY
see
in
it.
that
17.
as well. What a leg.
19.
16.
I rolled something well today.
6.
19.
19. Nice.
Oh,
you're
but
actually
you're
getting
near me.
stronger.
You're near me,
Ooh.
so you get plus something.
Plus something.
So you're on
Where
at
is
least
it?
7.
It's my aura of protection, so as long as you're within 10 feet of me, you get plus 2. My charisma modifier.
8.
Is that all of us? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, so
Does anyone else
21.
know? I'm not sure.
19.
Greg, do you know anyone else?
18.
And for who's any of the players? Right, so. Sorry, tell me again. I was totally distracted by chat.
8.
21 with your buffer.
18, I think. with
Okay.
my buffer.
19.
As you step in and the mess kind of separates you and envelops you and makes its way round towards the back of you. And you start moving in. It's very disorientating. It's really, as you kind of got this light up and as you're making your way through, it's very hard to keep track of where the others are. You get separated quite quickly in the mist as you're kind of stumbling over things. It's hard to see your feet as this light up in the head as you kind of stop, look round, and they're a little bit of a distance. So you try to automatically just close that distance to them, but they seem to be getting further and further away. You're not getting any closer.
Speed up. Possibly go.
Red,
Yeah.
you would notice that he's...
Wait. Elyan,
You hear Red call your name.
she'll cast Produce Flames.
She casts...
It's only small, but it is something.
Produce flame in her hand. You can see a light.
I
Red?
can then use control flames to make that brighter
Yeah.
and
Cancel
bigger.
that. Cancel that. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, so she'll say, come towards the fire.
I'll walk towards the light. I don't like that phrase.
Light.
I'll head towards the flame.
Yeah.
She'll sort of like move it around a little bit to make it clear.
She moves it around a little bit to make it clear.
I walk towards them.
So now it's like, woo.
Can everyone give me a Constitution save, or you three, please?
Do I still have the +2?
I think so. I think it's just when people are around me.
It is irrelevant. It's a crit fail. I've had like 3 of them
11.
tonight.
10.
Crit
We're
fail.
getting lower again.
Oh, wait,
fall
no,
in a
I was more
hole.
than that.
Game
It's
over.
Constitution, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
14.
really think it'll be that simple?
Did you get a 1?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've got to. It's too funny. As you're walking along,
What?
you take a step, and the ground just gives away beneath you. You don't have time to scream, you don't have time to shout, you just flail for a second. But the fall isn't a natural fall. You don't hit a ground, and as you stop and look around for a second, the mist has changed. You struggle to look to your left and your right, but when you look up, you can look into it, and you can see yourself. You can see yourself stood there. As you look down to yourself. Let's see how you like to be the shadow. And that's where we leave it.
That was so cool. Oh my god.
Good work, Hessia.
My shadow!
You found her.
Damn.
Right, I already know what Red's next move was going to be. She was going to get some rope out and be like, toddler lead.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said you're so sorry. I'm very concerned
I
about
thought you were going to say
It's
she'd
been-
fallen into a wolf pit or something.
I thought that was going to be an insta-death.
Yeah.
No.
It's too funny. Yeah.
It's too
It was
funny.
too
You
funny.
fall into a wolf pit and get impaled
That's
and
not
die.
Adam's style, though. Insta kill is no fun.
No.
No, that's too swift and.
It's too merciful.
Cool, I'm in a shadow pit. That's cool.
Cheers, that one D&D live stream. If
Beautiful.
you've that one D&D live stream, if you've got Photoshop, I can
Could've
send
made
you the
that
PDF of how we made it. It's pretty dirty. I'm not going to lie, but I can send it across to you if you message us on Facebook, and then feel free to pinch it. It's in multiple layers, so you just kind of choose a layer and change the.
I love like the moral conundrum of do we save the town, do we save people we actually like?
Hestia
Us two were
couldn't
immediately like,
care
I want
less.
to leave. Constance followed suit and you were just like, no, I
I
don't know.
tried my hardest. I tried.
I'm sorry, it was a bit of a
hard.
darkish one. Sorry.
No, it's cool. Really cool.
Right.
I think it's easy to get complacent about Barovia.
Yeah. You sometimes forget that it is
The worst
Sorry,
fucking
we
place
had
in
the
the world.
worst place in the world.
Another laptop crash, annoyingly. I need to try and work out what's going on.
I need to do my
Hopefully it's recorded.
bard.
We'll check after.
Care not.
Fish Pickle got the Christmas dice with the gingerbread man on the D6. Ah, you're welcome, dude. They're cool.
Ending that with
Greg,
all of
it
my
would be
spell slots.
awesome to have you come and cameo
That's
with
exciting.
us. So we've got Mudaran got the unicorn dice, and they killed his party. Like,
Those unicorns are badass.
never mind dying, but dying to some unicorn dice. So we've got a weird one because we're missing. Jakul still isn't particularly. Oh, Matt, who plays Jakul, isn't very well, and Johnny is on a stag weekend. We're going to do another game-age tomorrow, and then we're going to do LARPy chat afterwards. So who's coming tomorrow?
I should be, yeah.
I can't.
Okay.
I
then
thought
you've got
I
stuff
could,
on.
but then I remembered I got a
sounds
school
good.
trip.
So,
If you want me there.
of course.
Can we play the hunters?
Yeah, that worked really well. I've got the character sheets somewhere.
We should.
Don't. Don't get my brother
Yeah,
killed.
Matt had, well, not just the flu, he had a fever. And he's been, like, recovering from that. So it was, I think it's the one I had. Yeah, so we'll aim to start at our usual time, which is 7:15, 7:30 UK time. And then finish around 10ish.
Sounds good.
We'll try and get more. I was thinking, like, I enjoy doing Twitch stuff, and it'd be good to be more routine, even if it's not just D&D stuff. Like, I want to do it'd be nice to do like a behind the making of the one shot we did, Matt.
Yeah.
And also
cool.
some like tips for running Curse of Strahd and some LARP stuff, and then some other stuff.
I think next week we can do any day. Because we'll be down all week.
Next week's going to be quite tough for me. I need to double check what days I'm around.
Next week is good for me, but the week after probably won't be.
Yeah,
so.
same for me.
Yeah.
So the light you were walking to.
Yes.
I hope it's a light over a shadow pit so that you can rescue me.
So it was too nice to finish on that.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that bit next time.
Oh, come on.
Or would you like me to get to it now?
You can't start the
So I'll
same.
get to it now.
Tease.
Just tell me. Just tell me.
Okay. So
On the next episode of Curse of Strahd.
as you approach,
You okay, Sander?
Sander's coming.
You have to tell next time.
No, really want to know
No,
now.
we
Half a
want to know.
sentence.
Teased us.
as you approach
Don't ruin
Red,
it, Sander.
holding this light up in her hand, standing by herself, she looks to you. I lost the others as well. Come with me.
Okay.
As you take her hand, as she looks into the mist, as you walk off.
Cool, this is going well for all of us then.
Yes.
I'm doing fine.
Splitting the
you
party
haven't
in
failed.
so
I'm
many
just
different
gonna-
ways.
I'm just going to walk
fine.
I'm going to walk very slowly
I mean,
because I'm on half
probably
speed.
gonna be in trouble with
And I
evil
will not
Hessia
be able to
walking
catch up with
along
any of
with
you.
So we got we got Nega Hessia, we've got Nega Red.
So CMKY is Greg.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
In chat.
Thingy. Yes, I know Greg.
Yeah.
I think. Yes.
Greg.
He's in, what's he called?
He plays Empire, he played Dawn for a while, but I
No,
think they went and joined Winter Marquee.
Yes, Wintermark, because he comes and sees us quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
And I
group?
can't remember, I can't remember what his name is. He's a Wintermarker.
But he runs,
There's
he
a lot of
likes,
them.
if anyone's done Vampire the Masquerade, Lord of Darkness. So I said about doing a vampire one-shot. So coming down and DM. So I can play! And you can see that I'm the worst player to have in your team ever. I will fuck you over.
Oh, really, Adam? So surprising.
Good lord, I mean, never saw that one coming.
Playing Monopoly, I'll try and fuck you over. Playing any kind of team game, try and fuck you over.
Curse your
Zombie
son.
side, try and fuck you over. We were playing Zombie side when we were in Helsinki, and I was looking for an opportunity to get all of the rewards we needed into the car and then drive the car off, leaving everyone behind but me with all of the rewards.
Have you ever played Arkham Horror?
Yes.
You're the kind of person that joins the winning team, aren't you?
Yes. Oh no, I've gone quite insane. I need to kill my own team.
Bastards.
Yes. Right, thank you. So it wasn't very combative, it was a chatty
That's
one.
fine.
That's good.
It was
No,
excellent
good.
roleplay.
Lots of
So
moral
before I forget,
conundrums.
I think everybody deserves an inspiration.
I think I already had one. But
We're desperately going to need it.
Yes, I'm
And
in a hole.
Also in chat,
Magic hole.
I will pick Modoran. Do you want to pick someone to have a positive or a negative?
Oh, don't start
And
this now.
CMKY, you can pick someone for next time to have a positive or a negative. And it can be me. You can give me double positives. That's fine.
Or negatives.
Or double negatives.
That would work too.
I mean, I'd quite like a positive in this particular moment in time. I hope my dice rolling is better next week. That's all I'm going to say.
Hessia has. Oh, I get a positive.
Yay!
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
I need it.
And CMKY, if you're still in chat, choose a player who can have like basically a reroll, positive or negative. You can choose me again if you like to have double positive.
What if you get a negative?
Or Gabriel. Choose Gabriel with a negative. Who's not even here.
Harsh.
Kessia has another. You got 2 rerolls.
Oh, is it positive or negative?
Yeah,
Two
positive.
positives.
Double positive.
People actually feel sorry for
Yo,
you.
Love
you
you.
did.
What happens if I mix Barocca in my energy drink?
Find out.
Do it. Right, lovely.
Turbo energy drink.
No.
Turbo Barocca.
Awful.
Dirty Barocca.
Does that not look like you're drinking urine?
Not anymore.
Oh,
Well disposed of.
that's going to be an adventure for you in
Lads,
about half an hour.
lads.
Wow.